What exactly is a plated dessert? Some of y'all will immediately make the big brain move of saying, it's a dessert on a plate. And while half true, there's a little bit more to it. A plated dessert needs special things on it. So let me show you guys one of my favorite plated desserts that I'm going to be making, and a new idea that maybe will go into your registry. I call it the Rhode Island Seaside. The first thing that we need for this plated dessert is going to be a brownie, and I'm going to do a voiceover explaining to you guys what exactly is needed for a plated dessert and what will be needed for the rest of this dessert, and why exactly I'm making the brownie first. See you then. A plated dessert mainly has four main components: the main dish, the garnish, the sauce, and then a crunch factor. Within this, we're gonna have a few different variants of that. For example, we're gonna be making this brownie be a little bit fudgy and a little bit cakey, along with another part. However, this is going to be a very good stable base for something that we're going to be putting on top of it. My idea with the brownie is going to be that it's going to be a post off the side of a harbor or off the side of a dock. And hopefully, if we can put a Madeleine on top that looks almost like a quahog. A quahog is also known as a clam in Rhode Island. And so there it is. So now that that's done, we can get on to the Madeleine. The Madeleine are going to be made into the quahogs. So, I hope you enjoy my next voiceover, which explains to you exactly why each component is needed within a plated dessert. Each of the components that are made in a plated dessert are all necessary, and it's basically to create a distinction. Having something that's completely soft is kind of bland. Having something that's completely crunchy can sometimes actually make it be less enjoyable to the eater, seeing as some things just probably shouldn't be crunchy. But having that distinction within a dessert is very vital and is very, very important. The sauce is to give it in a little bit more of a flavor factor. You get a little bit more out of just, say, vanilla cupcakes if you added on like a strawberry frosting or even a strawberry filling, like a jam. That would be really cool. However, in this plated dessert, we have a Madeleine and a brownie being our main component. We have some blue whipped cream that's going to be our sauce, including pastry cream, and we also have the feuilletine to be our sand and also to be our crunch factor. All of these play a role in making a plated dessert be a little bit more enjoyable, and even just that little bit can be very, very vital. We're now finally ready to plate. Thank God, it's been 2 days since I've started. This is not an easy dessert, I'm saying that much. Now it's time to finally plate the dessert. Of course, we're going to start off with our infamous blue whipped cream, which may or may not dye your mouth completely blue. I did not find this out very recently, sorry. Either way, a step that I would highly recommend that you do with this is to also splatter it to make it look a lot more like the ocean that it's trying to represent. As you can see here, I was having a little bit of struggle, but of course, as every chef knows, it's okay to be a bit messy. It just means that you're being creative. Continuing on from this step, we're going to now add in the brownie to act as a post from a harbor. This is going to make it immediately jump out at your face. This is going to be our cake, along with our crunch, which is going to be this feuilletine, otherwise known as cornflakes, as the sand surrounding the beach. Right here, I'm adding on a little bit of a lemon dusting to add on to our madeleines. And now here, I'm going to pipe out the tongues onto the madeleines to make the quahogs. These quahogs don't look amazing. They look okay, but I probably would have done something a little bit differently to make them look a little bit better. Now, we just place them right on top of our dessert, and there you go, the Rhode Island Harpside. And here we have it. This is the Rhode Island Harper. It takes a little bit of time, but is it worth it? I'd say so. It tastes not bad. Bit sweet. Other than that, I'd say it was pretty worth it. So, yeah, try it out if you would like.